Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name An Academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, un and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has An Academy done? An Academy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price, as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that An Academy has created by means of the courses that are running on An Academy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because An Academy has made it possible. An Academy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join An Academy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESE, because the door to An Academy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor, so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does An Academy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of An Academy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept, and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from An Academy. Then there are test series from An Academy. Then there is crash course, where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of An Academy. Just join An Academy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, in last lecture we saw what is the steady state analysis of the transmission line, and I told you that steady state analysis is used to study the performance of the transmission line based on some performance indices, out of which one was efficiency, second was voltage regulation. We defined efficiency as receiving end power by sending end power into 100%, and we defined voltage regulation as mod VR0 minus mod VR by mod VR into 100%. Then we saw classification of transmission line based on product of length and frequency into short, medium and long transmission line. If LF was less than 4000, it was a short line. If LF lied between 4000 to 10,000, it was medium transmission line. If LF was greater than 10,000, it is a long transmission line. Then we saw the models of short transmission line, in which we included resistance and inductance, and the models of medium transmission line, in which we saw 4 models: receiving end C model, sending end C model, nominal pi model and nominal T model. Then we saw that nominal pi model is more useful as compared to nominal T model because it has lesser number of nodes and hence lesser number of equation and easier analysis. In this lecture we will see analysis of transmission line in terms of two-port network. So basically transmission line is modeled as a two-port network because it has two ports, one at the sending end, other at the receiving end. We will use the transmission parameters or ABCD parameters to model a transmission line. So how we will model it? Vs Is equal to AB, CD, VR and IR. Here receiving end parameters are treated as independent variable and sending end parameters are dependent variable. Why? Because receiving end parameters are dependent on load and load can vary independently of the supply. Hence the receiving end parameters are always independent. Now the question that comes to mind is, why am I modeling it using ABCD? Isn't the models that we derived in the last class enough for modeling of transmission line? Why do we need ABCD parameters? The thing is, if you analyze all the models separately, then there will be a lot of equations and those equations will be different for each transmission line. But if we analyze the transmission line in terms of ABCD parameters, then the equations will be universal in terms of ABCD parameters. What we will do is we will substitute these parameters for different models of different transmission line and we will arrive at the results. But the expressions will remain same regardless of the type of transmission line. Just the parameters will vary. So in a way I can say we will have the universal equations that are applicable for all transmission line and you can apply them based on different transmission lines. That is why we are going for ABCD model. So here I can write Vs equal to AVR plus BIR and Is equal to CVR plus DIR. So this is most important part in this chapter, these ABCD parameters of a transmission line. Now to determine this ABCD parameter, let us first open circuit the receiving end. If we open circuit the receiving end, current at the receiving end goes to 0. So Vs becomes AVR. That means A becomes Vs by VR when IR is 0. So it can be called as, see, the gain is something that is defined as output by input. In a transmission line, input is sending end, output is receiving end. But here it is coming sending by receiving. So I will say reverse voltage gain under open circuit. Okay, reverse because it is coming as input by output. The second equation will become Is equal to CVR. So that is C will be Is by VR when IR is 0. So this is current by voltage. It will have the units of admittance, but it is sending end current by receiving end voltage. Both the parameters are not at the same end. So it will be called as transfer admittance under open circuit. Now if we want to find out open circuit driving point impedance of sending end, we have to take the ratio of Vs and Is. It will become A by C. So ZOC will be in A by C. That is your open circuit driving point impedance of the sending end. Next, let us short circuit the transmission line. Next, let us short circuit the transmission line. Under short circuited condition, what will happen is VR will be 0. That is short circuited transmission line. In that case, Vs will be equal to B IR. So B can be written as Vs by IR when VR is 0. If you see, this has the impedance voltage by current of impedance, but both are at different ends, so it will be transfer impedance under short circuit. Then Is will be equal to DIR. So D will be Is upon IR with VR equal to 0. So see, this is also the gain, but here again input by output, so reverse current gain under short circuit. Now if I want to find out short circuit driving point impedance, we will take Vs by Is, which is equal to B by D. That is our ZSC, that is equal to B by D. Now the characteristic impedance of a transmission line is defined as geometric mean of open circuit and short circuit impedance. That is ZOC into ZSC. So it will be under root A by C into B by D. That is under root AB upon CD. That is our characteristic impedance of a transmission line. We will see how does this come when we will see the exact analysis of the transmission line, that is the distributed analysis or long transmission line. Okay. In terms of ABCD parameters, we can classify the network as symmetric and reciprocal. Now what is a symmetric network? When the driving point impedance at the sending end is equal to driving point impedance at receiving end, then it is called as symmetric network. For calculating driving point impedance at ZS, we will take IR equal to 0. Vs by Is when IR equal to 0, it will come out to be A by C. Similarly for ZR, we will take VR by minus IR when Is is 0. Why am I taking minus IR? Because whenever we are taking driving point impedance, the input source at that node should inject the current. But IR we assume to be coming out of the receiving end. But whenever we are calculating driving point impedance, current must go input to that port. That is why I am taking minus IR. If Is is 0, it is equal to CVR plus DIR. So VR by IR minus IR will be equal to D by C. So it will come out to be D by C. If we equate both these conditions, A by C equal to D by C, it will give me A equal to D. That is the condition of symmetry in terms of ABCD parameters, that A should be equal to D. Next is reciprocity. Symmetric basically means that the impedance on both sides is same and the network when viewed from both ends is same. Reciprocity means if we change the inputs of source and the response, then also the response must remain same. That is, if input and output are exchanged, then the operation of the line or operation of the system must not change. Parameters of the system must remain same. So this condition is expressed as determinant of ABCD matrix should be 1. So AD minus BC is 1. That means if sending end and the receiving end are interchanged, then the network must not change. So when we are talking about transmission line, if I give you a line, you do not know which end to be connected to the sending end and which end should be connected to the receiving end. So that means the performance of the line should not change if we connect any end to the sending or the receiving end. That means the transmission line should always be reciprocal. So all transmission lines are always symmetric and reciprocal. That is, their both ends are identical, sending as well as the receiving end. Next, let us consider the case when two transmission lines are connected in cascade. So first question that must come to mind is, why are we connecting two transmission lines in series or cascade connection? The thing is, when we are manufacturing a transmission line, it will have only a limited length. It cannot be 100 km or 600 km long. That means we have to connect multiple lines in series to implement a long transmission line. That means we have to use a cascaded connection. So now if you see the first line, its sending end parameters are Vs, Is, receiving end parameters are I and V. So what I can write is Vs, Is equal to A1, B1, C1, D1, Vi. That is equation number 1. For the second line, sending end parameters are V and I, receiving are Vr and Ir. So it will be A2, B2, C2, D2, Vr and Ir. So if we substitute the value of V and I in the first equation, we will attain a relation between Vs, Is and Vr, Ir. So that is our objective. So let us substitute the value. We will get Vs, Is equal to A1, B1, C1, D1, A2, B2, C2, D2, Vr and Ir. So if we multiply it, it will become A1, A2 plus B1, C2, A1, B2 plus B1, D2, then C1, A2 plus D1, C2, then C1, B2 plus D1, D2. So this will be the equivalent parameters of cascaded connection. Now if you see, A equivalent is A1, A2 plus B1, C2, whereas D equivalent is C1, B2 plus D1, D2. Now suppose both lines were symmetric, that is A1 equal to D1 and A2 equal to D2. Based on this, I can write D equivalent as A1, A2 plus C1, B2. But still it is not equal to A equivalent, because in A equivalent we have B1, C2, here we have C1, B2. That means cascading of two symmetrical network does not guarantee that the equivalent network is symmetric. Okay, so remember this, if two networks are symmetric and are connected in cascade, it is not necessary that the resultant network will also be symmetric. Next is the case of parallel connection of transmission line. So why are we using a parallel connection? If we are using parallel, then the cost of the system will increase, because instead of one line, now you are using two lines. So what is the motivation behind it? The motivation behind it, first of all, is the reliability of the system will increase. If one transmission line breaks, the other can take the load. So it is first of all to improve the reliability. Then in parallel connection, equivalent inductance will become half L by 2. So the voltage drop will also be less. So voltage drop reduces between the sending and the receiving end. Also, the load carrying capability of the line doubles, because now the total current that can flow is 2I. So that means power will be V into 2I, that is 2 into Vi. So power of the line doubles. Okay, so we have three advantages: reliability increases, voltage drop reduces, and the power carrying capability doubles. So now let us consider the parallel connection. Here the voltages will be same at both sending and the receiving end, only the currents will be different. So for first line, sending end current is IS1, voltage is Vs. Receiving end current is IR1, voltage is Vr. For other line, current is IS2, voltage will be Vs only. Current is IR2, voltage will be Vs. So let us write for first line, Vs IS1 equal to A1, B1, C1, D1, VR IR1. That is Vs will be equal to A1 VR plus B1 IR1. IS1 will be equal to C1 VR plus D1 IR1. First and second equation. Similarly, for the other transmission line, we can write Vs equal to A2 VR plus B2 IR2 and IS2 equal to C2 VR plus D2 IR2. This will be my third and the fourth equation. Now first let us concentrate on finding Vs as a function of VR and IR. The problem here is Vs contains IR1 and Vs contains here IR2. None of the equations contain IR. So by KCL, IR is equal to IR1 plus IR2. Similarly, Is equal to Is1 plus Is2. So we have to somehow make IR1 plus IR2. But here coefficient of IR2 is B2, coefficient of IR1 is B1. If we can make coefficients equal and then add the equations, we can get the IR. So let us multiply first equation by B2 and the third equation by B1. First into B2 plus third into B1. Let us add these equations. So B2 Vs is equal to A1 B2 VR plus B1 B2 IR1 plus B1 Vs A2 B1 VR plus B1 B2 IR1. If we add these, it will become B1 plus B2 Vs A1 B2 plus A2 B1 VR plus B1 B2 IR1 plus IR2 will be IR. So Vs is A1 B2 plus A2 B1 divided by B1 plus B2 into VR plus B1 B2 by B1 plus B2 IR. So this is my A equivalent, this is my B equivalent. So now let us focus on finding Is as a function of VR and IR. To find Is as a function of VR and IR, we have to add equation second and fourth. If we add equation second and fourth, what we will get is Is1 plus Is2 will be equal to C1 plus C2 VR plus D1 IR1 plus D2 IR2. Is1 plus Is2 will be Is C1 plus C2 VR plus D1 IR1 plus D2 IR2. But the problem in this equation that is involves IR1 and IR2. We have to find in terms of IR. But to do is substitute IR1 and IR2 from equation first and third. Okay. So it will be C1 plus C2 VR. This can be written as D1 Vs minus A1 VR by B1 plus D2 Vs minus A2 VR by B2. Separate Vs and VR terms. C1 plus C2 VR plus D1 by B1 D2 by B2 Vs minus A1 D1 by B1 plus A2 D2 by B2 VR. Now this equation contains Vs, but it should contain IR. We can substitute Vs in terms of the previous equation that we derived. So if we substitute the value of Vs, we will get VR and IR. So let us substitute here. So let us leave C1 plus C2 as it is and let us focus on these two terms, because C1 plus C2, in these two equations there is no C coming. So I am just considering only these two terms from now on. So it will be D1 B2 plus d2 b1 by b1 b2. I am substituting the value of Vs a1 b2 plus a2 b1 by b1 plus b2 into Vr. The next term will be plus d1 b2 d2 b1 over b1 b2 into b1 b2 by b1 plus b2 IR. So this gets cancelled out, and the other term will be minus a1 d1 by b1 a2 d2 by b2 Vr. Now this is the only term that contains IR, so we can say D equivalent becomes d1 b2 plus d2 b1 by b1 plus b2. Now if you take a1 equal to d1 and a2 equal to d2, that is symmetric lines, you will see that A equivalent is same as D equivalent. That means two symmetric networks in parallel will yield another symmetric network. Okay, just replace a1 by d1 and a2 by d2. So now we have got D equivalent. Now let us focus our attention to these two terms, this term and this term, to find C equivalent. Okay, so if we multiply the first two terms, we will get a1 d1 b2 square plus a2 d2 b1 square minus a1 d2 plus b1 b2 plus a2 d1 b1 b2. Then the second term, I am taking the LCM b1 plus b2 upon into b1 b2. The second term will be a1 d1 b2 plus a2 d2 b1 into b1 plus b2. Whole will be divided by b1 b2 b1 plus b2. Okay, what I have done is, in this term the LCM will come out to be b1 b2. I have multiplied and divided this term by b1 plus b2, so that denominator of first term and the third term will be same. Next let us expand this term also. a1 d1 b2 square plus a2 d2 b1 square plus a1 d2 b1 b2 plus a2 d2 a2 d1 b1 b2 minus, if we expand this term, a1 d1 b2 square a2 d2 b1 square a1 d1 b1 b2 a2 d2 b1 b2 whole divided by b1 plus b2 into b1 b2. Now this term will get cancelled out. So the entire terms that remain, each term has b1 b2 in multiplication. We can cancel out with the denominator. So this will become a1 minus a2 d2 minus d1 by b1 plus b2. Earlier we had a c1 plus c2 term also. So C equivalent will become, combining that term also, because that also had Vr, c1 plus c2 plus a1 minus a2 d2 minus d1 by b1 plus b2. So this is the equivalent C for a parallel transmission line. Okay, so that is the equivalent parameters, though they are not of much use, but you must remember how to derive in case you find any use. But you don't need to memorize these formulas, as they are not much used in the GATE examination. Next let us talk about voltage regulation. In voltage regulation I defined it as mod Vr0 minus mod Vr by mod VR into 100%. So to find the no load voltage, at no load IR is 0. So Vs will be equal to A VR 0, that is the receiving end voltage under no load. So mod VR 0 will be mod Vs by mod of A. So voltage regulation is mod Vs by mod A minus mod VR by mod VR into 100%. So this is a universal formula for the voltage regulation. This you can apply for any transmission line. Just you have to substitute the value of parameter A. Okay, that will vary for different transmission lines. So that is why I was telling you the ABCD parameter model is beneficial, because whatever expressions we will derive, that will be universal, and based on that we will find the efficiency and the voltage regulation. Next is line charging current. If under no load, what will be the value of IS? It will be CVR. So that means under no load condition, though the receiving end current is 0, some current is flowing from sending end. Since I am neglecting the shunt conductance, that is the leakage current, so where does this current go? This goes into the capacitance, or this is used as the line charging current. Because the current flowing from sending end is not reaching the receiving end, it is going as the charge on the transmission line. So it is VR0 at no load voltage. IC is equal to C VR0, or we can say C by A Vs. That is a universal expression for line charging current for any transmission line, whether short, medium or long. So these two formulas you must always remember, because most of the times question in gate examination can be based on this expression that is universal for any transmission line. So let us summarize what we covered in this lecture. We first saw ABCD model. We saw Vs equal to AVR plus BIR and Is equal to CVR plus DIR. Then we saw open circuit impedance is A by C, short circuit impedance is B by D, and characteristic impedance is under root of AB by CD. We saw for symmetry A is equal to D, and for reciprocity AD minus BC is 1. And I told you that all practical transmission lines are symmetrical as well as reciprocal. Then we saw the case for series and the cascade and the parallel connection. Then we saw no load voltage mod VR0 is mod Vs by mod A, that can be used for calculating voltage regulation, and line charging current is C by A Vs. But remember these ABCD equations, the most important point, these are per phase equations. That means Vs and Vr must be in per phase quantities, and we consider the transmission line as star connection. That means Vs will be VSL by root 3, Vr will be VRL by root 3. So remember to take this root 3 factor when using these ABCD equations. If you this is the most common mistake committed by most of the gate aspirants, so that you must not commit, since I have told you beforehand only. Okay, in the next lecture we will start the analysis of short transmission line, and we will see what kind of parameters does the short transmission line have and what are the phasor diagrams under different condition.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched, and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you, and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your gate rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on Gate and ESE, click on Get Subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan, second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. and as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you, and that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy, it is a revolution, it is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing. And my friend, this is my Telegram channel where you will find the notes of each and every lecture that I take. And this is my Unacademy profile which you can follow to watch my content for free on Unacademy, because there also I am taking regular free classes. So if you can't afford to join Unacademy, then keep associated with us, keep sharing the content that we are providing, and work towards making this YouTube family bigger and better. We'll keep bringing more and more content for you, and the only fees that you have to pay, my friend, is that you have to work hard and you have to share and like each and every video that we are uploading. So that way this family gets bigger. Even the student in a rural area can take the benefit of the free initiatives that we have started. And my friend, you also get the best rank in GATE without having to stress about how to pay. So if you can't be paying or you can't afford to pay, then make sure that you are building this YouTube family, a bigger and a better YouTube family, the biggest and the best community of all electrical engineers. So that is all from my side. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.